everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Christy here doing your Valentine's Day reading for February 14th, 2018. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The moon is moving into Aquarius on Valentine's Day, and Aquarius rules group activities, humanity, groupthink, wide-ranging human behavior. And it's also an air sign, so it's going to live in the mind, and of course it's in its transit in the moon. So this is how the emotions are going to be expressed. So you might be expressing your romance a little bit more intellectually this Valentine's Day, for example. So we're asking the question for you, how can you bring more romance into your life? How can Cancer bring more romance into their lives? So because we're asking a definitive question, we're going to be doing a 9-card spread. If you ever get a private reading with me, for example, and you have a definitive question, this is probably the spread that we'll use. So how can Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising inject more romance into their life? And for the interest of time, if we get into, say, the 2-minute mark without all the cards laid, I will pull from the center of the deck for you, just because we're on a little bit of a timetable. How can Cancer inject more romance into their life? We're doing all right for shuffling. We only need 2 more cards. Perfect, and just 1 more. Oh, I thought that one was going to jump. Any second now, we'll get one out. Just because we're on the last card, I'm like so determined now to make them all jumpers. I don't want to have to pull from the center of the... Thank you. Sweet. So let's get going. So the first card is in your past. So we're going to do past, present, immediate, future first. In your past is transmutation. This is really coming through something, shedding of some sort of skin here. Perhaps you've talked yourself into or out of something. And this is for couples and singles. So if you are single, for example, perhaps you've had to move through the phases of getting over somebody or being single or having a breakup. But again, this is in your past and it's transformed you for the better, right? You've walked out of the fire. You know now more than ever what you really want and what you don't want. So this is actually going to serve you to have this in your past. And if you're a couple, this is about maybe getting to another level with your partner in your recent past, okay? Transmutation. Transmuting a romance. In your present is self-esteem. I love seeing this here for you. Yes, you're full of self-esteem. If you're coupled, you're going to feel like you're so special and so appreciated by your partner that this is going to help boost your self-esteem. If you're single, don't wait for anyone else to inject this into your life. Remind yourself how important and special and beautiful you are, and increase your own self-esteem. And this is going to heighten not only your level of romance, but the way that you go about sharing your energy with the world at large, as we mentioned, with Aquarius being running through the moon being Aquarius on Valentine's Day. It might feel like now you can sort of, feel love for everybody and feel not necessarily romantic attraction to everybody, but just feel like your self-esteem is high and you're appreciated and you appreciate others in a unique way. Here in your future, in your immediate future, we have Crow. This is justice. This is the law, right? The law of attraction. So in your immediate future, you're going to want to keep in mind exactly who you're attracting in and who you're repelling. Right? And just be aware here that there's a shadow self. So to everybody, whether we're friends or lovers with them. So just be sure here that who you are attracting into your life, you want to consider their shadow side as well. Okay? Everyone has a shadow side and a light side. So maybe just give this some consideration when daydreaming, for example, if you're single, about that romantic partner. Like, just consider, well, I want him or her to have all these great traits, but I want to consider what I'm willing to put up with or walk through the fire with my potential partner when fantasizing about that. If you are coupled, you're going to really be able to accept this other person, flaws and all here. Again, we're looking at justice and the law of attraction. So your guys are going to be able to really appreciate each other this week. Here with foundation, this is foundation 2, the query is illusion. This is lovely as well. It can be read 2 different ways, but in a romantic setting, I'm going to suggest for couples, for example, to perhaps inject a little bit more fantasy. If this were under a different auspice or in a different position for a different question, I would say that this would be like perhaps a cause for concern, that there's an illusion versus reality. But because we're talking about romance, the whole point of it is to, like, you know, induce sensuality, to induce likability and stuff like this. So maybe just share some fantasies with your partner this week. The foundation of getting to the core of the matter, or getting what you really want from your partner, is just about sharing, you know, your deepest desires here. If you are single, illusion could mean that perhaps the person that you've been looking at or fantasizing about isn't necessarily for you, or that there's something that's being kept from you or hidden from you, and not even purposely. It just means that you haven't, you still need to keep getting to know that person better. And if you don't have anyone in mind right now, or anyone in your life, and you're not dating, for example, just be certain that you're aware of who you're attracted to and that they are the best type of personality for you. Here with Raven is in your crowning position. This is your outside influence, and this is magic. I love this for you, Cancer. Or my moon child, however you want to be referred to. This is gorgeous. This is like an outside influence. This is magic. This is something that you actually don't have control over, just because it's source, right? It's something that's larger than us. It's something that's being created because our thoughts and desires are taking on perhaps a life of their own. So be really aware, whether you're coupled or single here, that of your thoughts, right? And your desires here, because they will probably become manifest fairly quickly as an outside influence here. Magic. Very interesting to see for you there as well. And it could bring a lot of sparkle into your life. Again, partnered or not, there could be a lot of sparkle for you this week around a romantic situation. Here with the unexpected, we have innocence. This is gorgeous. This is actually probably one of my top 5 favorite cards out of the whole deck. It doesn't matter where it shows up in the reading. Innocence is gorgeous. And again, with the unexpected, this is something that you could be emitting or something that could be brought into your life. So the unexpected this week, romantically speaking, Cancer, is innocence. Be innocent about something. It doesn't necessarily mean a virginal quality. It just means that something's new to you, or it's new again to you, or innocence is intriguing or even attractive, right? Innocence about a new phase in your relationship with someone else, or how someone is reacting to something could be really appealing here if it's new to them, or if you're sharing something with a romantic partner for the first time, it could be like, ooh, could be opening a nice new door for you. So innocence is the unexpected. And it could even be that innocence is kind of what sweeps you off your feet this week as well. Someone saying something innocently or meaning something innocently, and it sort of touches your heart, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't expect that to make me feel that way. So that's how that card could act. Here with your secret power is introspection. This is lovely. I've been seeing this a lot already from these romance readings. It's really about going within, okay? Your secret power is to go within. You don't want to have to, let's just say one of your questions around romance is, does he or she really love me? You know what? Instead of asking, instead of perturbing, instead of turning everything into words like Aquarius needs to when it sits in the moon in the 14th, what you could do, Cancerian, is go within and just let action maybe speak louder than words, and sort of, you know, go within. How are they acting? How are they talking to you? How are they behaving? And let that answer your question, as opposed to bringing it up and turning it into a discussion. It's not necessarily unsexy, but I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about romance. So maybe just go with the flow. Let things be. You want to be solid with yourself, okay? You want to be full of self-esteem and assured and confident and go within to find those answers and let someone else be, let them show you who they really are. Here with your wish card is patience. You either need patience or are asking someone else to have patience with you right now this week with regard to a romance, and whether you're coupled or single. And then your probable outcome is builder. This is beautiful. We all know that beavers build things to last. So if you are getting to know someone, Cancer, whether you are just dating or just getting to know someone or a new phase in an already existing relationship, it could be that you're building something, but you have to go slow to do that. Beautiful that we have these together, right? Builder and patience, introspection, innocence. Maybe just start small. Start at the start, okay? And don't try to force something. Don't try to make something faster than it already is. Don't try to force someone's hand. Remember, we have law of attraction here. You really just want to be yourself. You really just want to let your own light shine. You want to be drama free. No more drama, no more worries, no more meeting the same person, same kind of person, getting into the same arguments. You don't want that to be a part of your life at all. It's going to be draining. And again, not talking about sex. Sex is different. We're going to talk about that when we have some Scorpio moons. We have Aquarius, which is a very warm, loving sign, interested in humanity. And retreat. So you have two retreat cards here, basically introspection and retreat. So you need to take a step back from something here with regard to romantic situation, Cancer. Whether or not you're coupled or you're single, just take a step back with your own fantasies, your own expectations, even your own wants and desires. Maybe make a new list for what it is you really want here, because like I said, magic is in the air. Be very aware of what you're asking for and what you're actually wishing for. And if you are building something with someone else, whether or not it's on top of a foundation that's already been built or you're starting at the start, my advice is to go slow. Take it slow, take it easy, enjoy each and every moment of your romance. So that is your reading for the week. Stay tuned for upcoming readings with astrology, some more card readings for you, and of course, as I keep promising, some face-to-face videos as well. Have an excellent and wonderful Valentine's Day. I'll see you next time.